Hello, this is Unknown Voidcat, and welcome back to another SNKRX video. Last video, I did about 2 runs, both using warriors and cursors, and those runs, unfortunately, did meet their end when I completely got demolished by a bunch of ranged units because I ran right into a group of them and just got absolutely just shot down by all of them. But this video is going to be different. This video should hopefully do a lot better with me being a little bit more careful this time to, not get obliterated by a million projectiles from ranged units. Once again, just like last video that I was playing this game, my goal is to beat New Game +2, but without using any rangers, rogues, or sorcerers. The reason for that is when I beat the game on New Game +1, I beat it with rangers. So I don't want to play with them, obviously, because I've already beaten the game with them once. And the reason why I don't want to play rogues or sorcerers is mostly because, well, I haven't beaten the game with them once yet. They're pretty similar to rangers. Like, sorcerers not as much, but rogues are essentially rangers, but with crits. But they do critical attacks. That's essentially what a rogue is. They're very similar. So while I will probably do them for later New Game Pluses when I beat the game again, after I beat the game right now, hopefully, I don't want to do them now. I want to do a playthrough with a build that's a little more different. Something that's not as much of just a straight shotter like a ranger, which I don't really see any. I see a rogue, a psychic, which I'll never do psychics. I don't really like them. There's not many of them in the game, so you don't really get a big build. So I'm going to have to restart. Sorcerers, which I said I'm not going to do, so that's going to be our restart. And here, perfect. A swordsman, which is a warrior. So I guess today is going to be another warrior build. Actually, there's also a magician, so I could actually do a magician build instead, which might be cooler because while they are also a ranged unit, like rangers, they're a lot different because they do weird effects, and they also like magicians spawn little area effect things on enemies. I know there's a spell blade that spawns little projectiles that spin in a circle. So they are pretty different to rangers. So I might actually do a magician run, a mage run. So I think what I'll do is I'll go for a mage run, but I'll keep this warrior around just so I have a little bit extra damage. Because even though the warrior doesn't fit the build, getting a few units that don't fit the build is okay early game, because sometimes early game you can get really unlucky and not get a lot of units that fit the build, which can cause your damage potential to be really low, which can really make it so that you struggle to kill bosses before you start getting enough money to buy units that fit your build and start re-rolling a lot. So it's kind of good to just fill the gaps in your snake with random units until you can afford to replace them with units that actually fit the build, which is what I'm planning on doing now. I'll just keep this warrior around. Even though technically he's not the most perfect for filling role, considering he doesn't really synergize at all with the mage that much, considering the fact that a warrior wants you to be close, while a mage wants you to be super far away, because a mage you want to be attacking from afar. Warrior, it wants to melee attack. So it's not perfect synergy, but it's not that bad, considering this game is really it's kind of fast paced. The units you move pretty fast, so usually the enemies will be right next to you even if you are trying to run away. So it's honestly not that bad having a mage plus warrior, especially if the enemies are the green enemies, because those green enemies run so fast that even if you are trying to keep your distance, they'll probably catch up to you and get super close. Even if they don't hit you, they'll still be touching you essentially. Wave 4. Clean these guys up. Just a bunch of red guys. No special units right now, so it should be easy to clear up all these guys. I should be careful to stop taking damage though, because my mage is about to die, and so is my merchant. The merchant doesn't really matter because, the merchant's not doing any damage, but I'd rather a mage not die. I don't want to have to fight with only the warrior. Ooh, this is good. This is the perfect thing I need. This is a mage upgrade. Deal damage to enemies based on how much mage you have. That's great. That's literally the thing I wanted if I'm going to do a mage run. Since it's the mage specific power up. How does it work though? Like, when do you see that? Oh, that's how it works. I guess sometimes lightning will just spawn on an enemy then. How much damage is it doing though? Let me see. I would like to be able to see it. It does at least enough to kill an enemy on low health, so it's something. Yeah, it does about like 1/3 of their health, it seems. Which, that's pretty good damage when you consider the fact that I only have a single mage, and that ability gets buffed, it says, depending on how much mages you have. So if you have like a full snake just filled up with mages, it should do like a lot of damage. Plus, considering the fact that it hits every single unit on the map, it seems, that's great, even if it doesn't do that much damage. Like, the fact that it hits everything at once is perfect. Like, hitting every unit at once, that easily makes up for a lack of damage. As long as it doesn't do like 0 damage, but it isn't even doing 0 damage. Like, it still does like 1/3 health, which is decent damage. Well, now it's about 1/4 because the enemies are getting much stronger. But that won't matter once I start getting more mages to buff it. Ooh, I just lost my mage there. I should have been a little bit more careful. Why did that lightning spawn? My mage is dead. Doesn't it only strike when you have mages? Well, actually, it might still strike. Okay, it still strikes. It just doesn't do any damage because you don't have mages. So, well, it still does strike. It just doesn't do much damage without mages. I guess that makes sense. Be careful with this green guy. I don't want him to rage everybody on me, which he did exactly that. Luckily, my warrior did survive, and this is the last wave, so it's okay if everybody else is dead. Anything good? Nothing good yet. Actually, I'll take a cleric. I need a bit of healing. I'm taking a lot of damage. And so taking up 1 slot with a cheap cleric is perfectly good. Ooh, it's the elite wave. Time to get some good damage done. This will be a test to see if our build is at least somewhat competent enough to beat the first boss at least. And then hopefully after we beat this first boss and, you know, the shop upgrades and everything, hopefully we'll be able to find some new mages, like the Spellblade and whatever the other magicians are. I can't really remember what other magicians are in the game. You know, I haven't really done a magician playthrough that has gotten that far, so I don't know which other ones are in this game. I just know the Spellblade and the magician, which I'm currently using. Man, this boss isn't taking too much damage, which is unfortunate. Ooh, that warrior's about to die. Let me be careful. I need to be careful. And heal up. I need to avoid taking too much hits. I'm about to die. And I'm about to run right into a group of enemies. Good thing I turned around. Heal up. No, not the merchant. Also, my cleric is about to die. Please heal up, cleric. Heal yourself, please. Oh man, I got cut off from the healing orb. Now my warrior's gonna die, and my cleric, and my mage. No, not all I have is a single warrior on super low health, who's gonna die in a second. Nah, man. I thought that run was going great. How fast one can fall. Oh, but I have another magician anyway. Well, I guess it's gonna be another magician run. Hopefully this one turns out a little better than the last one. Hopefully I actually get like a Spellblade or something early, so I'm not just with my single magician. Also, hopefully I get that Divine Wrath perk again. That would be great. That's an amazing perk to get when I'm doing a magician run. Or technically it's not magician run. Magician is the name of the unit. I think the class is actually called mage, so I'm technically saying wrong. Hopefully you get the mage perk, Divine Wrath. That'd be good. And some more mages. I don't like having just a magician by himself. He does decent damage, but not that fast. Also, can only hit by so many units at once. Like, even though it's like an area of effect attack, it's a very small area of effect. So it can kind of struggle when fighting like a boss that has like a huge horde of units, because the horde of units can end up like taking the hit for the boss. If the horde of units are like in front of the boss, you'll end up hitting the horde of units in front of the boss without actually hitting the boss itself, which can lead to you doing not that much damage to the boss. So what another mage that has a bit more, single target damage that can like get some good damage done to the boss. So hopefully I'll get one. Nope, I just get another magician. Or at least my magician is level 2. Though I don't know if it does anything if he's level 2. I'm pretty sure it only does something if he's level 3. Which his level 3 effect looks pretty good. He gets plus 50% attack speed every 12 seconds for 6 seconds. That's nice. Bunch of red guys again. These should be easy to clear up with my magician. And this should be the wave once again where we get our first perk, which fingers crossed that we get Divine Wrath, dude. Like I real hope we get that perk. That, and I hope even if it isn't Divine Wrath, at least let it be like a perk that gives me attack speed or something. Like please just don't let it be a perk that's like, oh, your cursors do extra damage. Because that thing, it sucks when you get like multiple perks in a row that are all like extra curse damage when you're not doing a playthrough with cursors. Like it's amazing if you're cursors, but without cursors, that perk sucks. So hopefully it's a mage specific perk that we get. Hopefully we get lucky this run as well. Okay, literally thing I was talking about, a curse specific. Well, technically this isn't specific to curse, but DOT is most of the time just curses. So technically you can like apply fire using other perks as well, so it's not curse specific, but it might as well be. Man, none of these seem very good for mages, but I don't want to buy reroll because I have too little money. So I think what I'll do is I'll get Ceremonial Dagger, because that technically works for any class, because all it does is just if you kill a unit you get extra stuff. Ooh, Cyromancer, a mage. Nice. So yeah, technically it fits with any class, though I still would have rather gotten Divine Wrath, especially now that I have 2 mages. Because 2 mages mean the Divine Wrath perk would have done like extra damage. So it would have been amazing to get. But hey, Ceremonial Dagger is better than nothing, at least. It's better than getting like, I don't know, Ouroboros technique, because that thing barely does anything. Like it sounds cool, like, oh, if you spin around in a circle, you shoot a projectile every second. Like it sounds good, but it doesn't really work very good. It sounds good, but it's hard to actually get to work. Like I feel like it rarely shoots projectiles, and even when it does shoot projectiles, they either A, miss, or B, do not that much damage in reality. As you would have hoped, at least. You would have hoped that they were like killing enemies in 2 shots, not struggling to even hit the enemy in the first place. Man, this Cyromancer is like good. It's doing a lot of damage in a humongous range. Guess he's not going to be doing humongous damage in a huge range anymore since he died. Though it doesn't matter because it's the last wave, but that's crazy timing. Yeah, this Cyromancer is good. It's amazing for clearing out humongous groups, considering it can hit like huge groups all at once. Plus, because it's a big area effect, it can like pierce through entire crowds. So like, look how easily I'm killing the boss now. And then my Cyromancer dies, right as I say that. I was about to say, like, I'm killing the boss so easy. Like, look at this run compared to last run. Last run, I couldn't even get to, like, less than half HP. Yet, this run, I'm killing it in seconds. Well, not seconds, but, like, it only took me, like, a minute. Though I am about to die. Unless I can kill this guy, which I did. Boom. See, I could easily kill the boss using mages. That last round, which is a bit of a fluke, I was just throwing a little. Now it's easy. None of these are good for mages. Wait. No, that's for sorcerers. I saw spell and I thought it was going to be mages. No, these are sorcerers. Ultimatum. No. Man, I really want a mage thing. None of these are for mages. Dividends, Hex Touch, Haste, Rearm. why am I getting such bad rolls right now? Man, none of the, like, even this, which usually is like a freebie for like rangers and like rogues and like a bunch of other classes. You know, mages are like one of the few ranged classes that don't actually shoot projectiles. They spawn stuff, which means this is also useless. Man, I have to like waste a lot of my money to get an actual perk that works. I guess I'll get temporal chains. Arc Coaling Strike. Now I'll get temporal chains. Coaling Strike only works on boss waves, which there isn't that many in this game. That was a bit unfortunate. I was hoping I'd get a good perk. There's like 2 bad perks in a row. Like, they're not like useless perks, like ceremonial daggers and like temporal chains. Like they have a use. Like, they're not like completely useless. Like, they technically fit. Not really fit, but like they're still usable for this build. But they're not as good as I hoped. Like, I really was hoping for Divine Wrath. Or, you know, any other perk that like fits mages a bit better. Like, not like these like all around perks that slightly help every class in the game. Like, I want something specific to mages. Something that truly fits the class. Like Divine Wrath. That's what I was really hoping to get. Unfortunately, you're not always lucky. Though I guess I was lucky getting the Cyromancer, so you know, I guess it's just an exchange, it's an equivalent exchange. You can't get lucky with everything you get. Can't get Cyromancer and get Divine Wrath. Any mages? No mages this time. Hopefully we get it next turn. I think I'm gonna move this Cyromancer, because this Cyromancer keeps dying whenever they're in position 2. I'm gonna move it. Like, well, I don't know why they keep dying. Every turn. Every level. Hopefully if I put them in position 3, they'll die a bit less. That, I was... No, even in position 3, did you see that? That, like, blue shard projectile, like, perfectly sniped them. Man, what do the enemies have against the Cyromancer, dude? Like, why is it always the Cyromancer getting hit, no matter what position they're in? That, I was also hoping, because I have a cleric, that I'm going to be able to like, heal the Cyromancer. That one blue shard projectile nearly one-shot the Cyromancer. Oh my god, that's crazy. The Cyromancer, once again, was the one unit to get, like, attacked. And by that, like, blue shard and, like, the red enemies. They're, like, perfectly, like... And they didn't even do that much damage to any other units. Like, they somehow, like, perfectly sniped and attacked just the Cyromancer alone. I don't know what grudge the enemies have against the Cyromancer, but they do not like them right now. They are perfectly sniping the Cyromancer. Okay, maybe I'll move him to the back this time. Maybe he'll survive a bit better here. Well, it would be good if I had projectiles. Storm Eater would be great if mages actually shot projectiles like that. Hopefully in position 4, he'll take a little less damage. Though actually, I don't think it's good to have him in position 4 though. Oh my, you cannot make this up. I'm telling you, they're targeting that Cyromancer. How, no matter what position I put him, perfectly, all 3 shots of that ranger, all 3 perfectly pinpoint aim hit the Cyromancer and killed them. In one wave, he got killed. Like, that's crazy, dude. I can't, right as I was gonna say, like, I don't know if Cyromancer's best to put in position 4 because, you know, his ability, like, centers his area of effect around him, so putting him at the very back of your snake is kind of bad. It won't matter either way where he's put, because he somehow dies instantly to the enemies. Like, the enemies, I don't know what he did. Like, I don't know, like, did the Cyromancer, like, kill their dog or something? Like, I don't know why they're targeting the Cyromancer like that. Also, unfortunate I died. I'm telling you, losing that Cyromancer is just too bad of a hit for me, because that Cyromancer was kind of carrying this run. So having them die in the first wave, a little bad. I don't know why the enemies were targeting that Cyromancer so perfectly. But this is going to be the end of this video. If you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe. Hopefully next video will be the one where we win. Bye.